All right, hello folks. My name is Josh, and this is video 2 of the Absolute Beginner series. If you haven't watched video 1 and you are an absolute beginner, like if you're trying to start here, it's too soon. Go back a video and watch that because it'll help. These are sequential in order, as though I would teach this to any beginner that comes into my field, whether it's the kids I teach at school or it's somebody who's taking private lessons with me. Now, there are some generic things that I'm doing in these videos that I wouldn't necessarily do with you in your hands. I can't see your hands, so I can't make the adjustments. But I can talk about some things that generally come up for people. So you've been learning to play the E chord and you've been learning to play the A chord. Maybe you're playing A like this. You'll often see me play A like that. That's just the way I tend to do it. So, but here's some things that generally show up for beginners. First, you'll be playing a chord, and instead of your thumb being behind your hand, it'll be like this, down here. All right. Now, this is you can see it kind of poking out. It's like, hey, how's it going? This is not a good hand position. It gives you no strength. If you were to like carry a glass of water to somebody, you got a guest over and you go, here, would you like a cup of water? Your hand is wrapped around it. It's not like this. It's like this because this gives you the most control over that. Now, if I take this shape, boom, there's the guitar. All right. I didn't really change anything. It's still that. And it goes right around the instrument. I didn't show you this first because I just want you to be able to get your hands on the guitar. You're going to make these kinds of mistakes, and to have 8,000 things you're thinking of is too much at first. You start with the gross movement, which is get your hand on the instrument. If it means that your thumb's dipping like this, it doesn't happen for everyone, but for some people it does. Then I say, thumb's your friend. Get it behind your neck. So remember that. Thumb is your friend. Now, another thing that comes up is people ask me, well, Josh, what about my thumb coming around the guitar? Like, okay, there are incredible guitarists whose thumb come around the guitar. They even fret notes this way. They'll do things, they play like a D chord or something, and they'll fret with their thumb. Fine. If that works for you, fantastic. It doesn't generally work for me, though there are certain chords that you'll see my thumb pop up because when I learned them, that was how I did it. But as time went on and I was learning to play other kinds of music, then my hand will shift and I will deliberately play things with my thumb specifically behind the neck. Does that mean that I always do it? No, of course not. But it means that I try to do it when the outcome that I want is precision and speed. If I'm just hanging out with my friends, I'm strumming around the campfire, yeah, you're going to see my thumb right up here. Okay? I'm playing a recital and I'm playing like classical guitar music, my thumb's back here. All right? Just the way it is. That's when I learned. I didn't have somebody like me going, hey, by the way, you should have your thumb behind the neck. Anyway, so here we go. That's thing one that tends to show up, thumb over like this. Thing two is you want to see what you're playing. And so you tip the guitar like this so that you can see your hand. Yeah, this is not good. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do this to your wrist. This is a bad decision, okay? It's going to hurt. It's going to set you back, in fact. Your hand also collapses over the fretboard. It makes it harder to play all of the strings. You might get some of them, but you won't get all of them. You won't get everything you need. So, fix number two, tip the guitar up. Have it upright. You're right there, okay? Thumb is behind the neck because the thumb's your friend. You want that, okay? If you check yourself, you're playing and you go, oh, here I am again, then pick it up and put it like that, all right? You'll crane your head like this to see what you're doing. You do that until you don't need to anymore, until the chords are memorized. And then you don't have to look, okay? But in the meantime, watch out for this and that. That will happen for sure for many of you. So here we go. Let's learn some new chords, all right? So I'm going to share my screen so that you can see this. And if you haven't already, maybe you take a screenshot of this, all right? So that you have all of these chords. Now, some of you, you might be on my newsletter or something, you've already got this, all right? It's a thing that I hand out. It's free information. It's on the internet. You can find something that looks like this all over the place. No, there's no skin off my back if you choose to, if you choose to steal it, like, because to me it's not even stealing. It's like, this is just information. It's not proprietary. Anybody, all of you should have this information. So we learned we learned A major and E major. We learned those two. So now we're on to D major and B7. So we'll start with D major first. Now, if you haven't already tried to figure it out, I want you to try to figure it out. If I was sitting here, I would say, all right, play that one. And then I'd watch you figure it out. And if you put your index finger down, put your middle finger down, and then put your third finger or your ring finger down. And then I'd watch. When you strum, do you go from the fourth string down and strum your D major chord? Cool. Get your hand into that. Let's play it 8 times. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop your sound. Take your hand away. Shake it. All right. Put it back on D. Start with your index finger, middle, ring. Let's play it. 8 strums. Ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and stop. Take your left hand or take your fretting hand away. Wave at me. Now we're going to put it back. Now, you're probably going, why on earth is he making me take my hand away and wave it? I've got the chord. Why does he want me to take my hand away? Because what we're doing right now is we're building muscle memory. To memorize these chords means that you are actually not actively thinking, oh, I got to put my index finger here, I'm putting my middle finger here, and I'm putting my third finger here. No, 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 no. You're actively going D, boom, and that means this. Let's strum it 8 times. Ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When we take our hand away and we shake it and we put it back, and we put it back properly, we're teaching the muscles in our hand how to do the chord. When we say this is the chord D, then we're teaching our hand that when we think the chord D, we want this shape. And when we're just starting out, this is really important to do. It will help you change chords faster. It'll help it get into long-term memory faster. So let's strum it 8 times. Ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. Take your hand away. Next chord. Let's look at B7. All right. So B7. All right. So nothing on the lowest string. Middle finger, 2nd fret of the A string. Now, when I talk about putting your finger down, I don't want you to put your finger right on the fret. You're not going to get a good sound there. That's not great. That's better. So you're actually putting it before the fret, not on the fret. So if you've been wondering about that, if that's something that's been coming up for you, it's like, yeah, put it before the fret, not on the fret, okay? You got all this space, you're going to use it. The closer you can be to the fret, the better, but you don't want to be on top of it. So there you go. Middle finger, right there. Index finger, right there on the 4th string, 1st fret. And then you're going to stack. You've got your 3rd finger on the G string, 2nd fret, and your pinky. Yes, you're going to use your pinky right here on the 2nd fret of the high E string. You build that all up. You do not strum the lowest string, and we're going to give that a strum. B7. And you're like, wait a minute, mine doesn't sound like that. Here's what you do to check it, all right? Pick each note. And if each note doesn't ring out, chances are really good there's something about your left hand that is not fretting the note properly either. You've got too much, your hand is collapsed. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen for a second so you can really see this. It might mean that your hand has collapsed like that. And that's going to mean that when you play, you get that. You get that. And then you strum, you're like, it's not bad, but it's not this. Okay? So you've got to, what I say is, these Make them into mountains. You got mountains, not valleys. Mountains, not valleys. All right, so there's some people say be on the tips of your fingers. Absolutely, be on the tips of your fingers. All right, the knuckles, you want them bent, all right, not collapsed like that. All right, so let's strum the B7 chord. I'll go back to sharing my screen because you might need to refer to it. Let's strum the B7 chord 8 times. Ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and stop. Take your hand away, shake it, all right? Put it back. You might be going, my fingers hurt a little bit doing this. Yeah, they will. They will hurt a little bit. They will hurt until they don't. And how do you know when they won't hurt anymore? Well, it's different for everybody. Let's strum 8 times. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and stop. Very good. Take your hand, shake it. All right, put it back. If you're playing on a steel string acoustic guitar, the strings will hurt more early on in your playing. All right. If you're playing an electric guitar, it'll hurt a little less. If you're playing a classical or nylon string guitar like mine, it'll hurt even less than that. So different types of guitars have different feels of their strings. Let's strum. Here we go. Ready? And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and stop. Take your hand away. Shake it. Another thing that might affect how hard you have to push down on the strings, and I'm going to stop sharing again, is how high the action of your strings are. So check this out. My guitar strings action, they're really close to the fretboard. It's not hard to play. Sometimes when people get a beginning guitar, the strings are a mile off the fretboard. This is like punishment to play. It's like some medieval torturing device. You're trying to press down, you have to work really hard to do it. That's going to take some effort. It's going to hurt your fingers more. Here's my recommendation. You've got a guitar. It might not be the greatest guitar ever, okay? But you've got it, and maybe you didn't have to pay a lot for it. Maybe it was in somebody's garage or it was in their attic or something, and they gave it to you. Learn these few chords, get them down, and then go into a guitar shop and play all of the guitars. And then you'll know which one you like the best. That's the one to get as long as it can fit in your budget, all right? So, let's see. We did B7. Let's do it one more time. Get your hand on it. Boom, 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 boom. Start with the lowest string first, your lowest note first, and add in that way. Why? Because when you strum, you're going to hit the lowest part of the guitar first. You might as well give yourself every advantage as you can. So get those low notes first. Here we go. Ready? Strum. 5, 6, 7, 8, and stop. All right, so now we've got the first row of the chords. All right. It would be useful to do that row as its own entity. Now, this will not sound like music really, but it will go around in a kind of a circle. So let's do that. We'll start on E, then we'll go to A, then we'll go to D, then we'll go to B7, and we'll go back to E, and we'll play that row as a circle. All right, this is not a song. This is not a typical chord progression. This is just a series of chords, and you're teaching your hand to do it. So we're going to go 8 strums per chord. Here we go. Ready, set, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get to A. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To D. Now we're going to go to B7. You're going to be like, for sure. All right, back to E. All right, now that was one time. Chances are pretty good if you just learned D today and you just learned B7 today, you could not do that right yet. So let's deal with how to practice that. This is what I think works. Start with the chord D. And we're going to strum this 8 times. So get into D. And then we're going to count to 8. And while we're counting to 8, we're going to get our hand into B7. All right, let's try doing that. Ready, set, D. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to B7. Get your hand in there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, B7, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to D. Why not? 2, 6, 7, 8, D. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, B7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, B7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to D. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. B7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And nice. All right, now we're ready to do that row. We're going to do the same thing. 8 counts between each chord. So we'll start on E, we'll change to A, we'll change to D, we'll change to B7. 8 counts between each chord. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2 to A. Ready, set, and here we go. And A. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to D. To D. Ready, set, and here we go. And 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, B7. Here we go. Ready, set, and strum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to E. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and E. 5, 6, 7, 8 to A. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 A. 5, 6, 7, 8 to D. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 D. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 B7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to E. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and strum. All right. So that gives you a method to practice E, A, D, and B7. Here's what you do next. You give yourself 4 counts to get between each chord. So you do something like this. Let's start on E. I'm going to strum it 8 times. I'm going to give myself 4 counts to get to A. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, A, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to D. 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8 to B7. 2, 3, 4. And back to E and 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Make that into a circle for yourself. Do that. Then do it for 2 counts between each chord. So you do something like this. E, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 1, 2, A. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, D. 5, 6, 7, 8 to B7. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 to E. 2. There it is. Then what do? 1. So let's try that. Ready, set, and here we go. E, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to A. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 to D. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to B7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and E. There it is. So you can practice that, and then you're just changing. All right, so you go like this. Ready, go. E, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 8 to A. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to D. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 B7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to E. 5, 6, 7, 8 to A. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to D. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, B7. Then let's hold that last chord. All right, I'm going to stop this sharing business. And so There's our first row, first four chords, all right? E, A, D, B7, all right? For those of you who might be curious about, well, what can I do with these? What can I do with these chords? Right now, the thing to do with them is just play them. You put them in any order you want. You can mess around with them. Put them out of order. Go B7, D, A, E, whatever you want to. Try mixing them up, but get to know them. Get familiar with them. Go to my strumming tutorial. Try strumming the different chords. Go between D and B7 and do all the strumming. All of that is really good to do, all right? Because what we're building is technical ability. Once you see a song that has like E, A, and D in it, or A and D and E, or E, A, and B7, you're going to be able to play those chords. You're going to be able to strum them. And so it isn't the individual song, is what you're learning is the vocabulary of music. And that's pretty important, because if you know the vocabulary of the music, you can play anything you want. And that's what I'm going to try to show you. So be on the lookout for video 3 as we continue along with this beginning tutorial. All right. Good luck. Remember, the thumb is your friend. Remember, mountains, not valleys. And remember to not curve the guitar down like this, but hold it up. All right. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. You can find more information at joshhallmusic.com. All right. Have a good day.